Well, officially, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Behind the Blue Door experience. Today, you've had the opportunity to step inside the Greenville Club here at the Reecy Davis Center and see firsthand what happens when young people are given a safe place, caring mentors, and the opportunity to discover great futures. While today, the Boys and Girls Club is hosting a special event, what you're seeing is what young people experience every single day within the program. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the next generation. And most importantly, thank you for helping make all of the work that you've seen today possible. Well, before we move into the rest of today's special program, I want to take a quick moment to thank Jenny and Holly and her incredible team here at the Boys and Girls Club for giving me this unique opportunity to spend with you guys this afternoon. I'm honored to be in the room with each of you. And for those of you I haven't had the privilege and opportunity to meet quite yet, my name is Zachary Aguilar. And I know that in a town like ours here in Greenville, faces always look a little familiar. And so if you're squinting, trying to place, where do I know that guy? It might be from my current day job, where I like to coin myself as a former local celebrity. I used to run the water park here in town, so you might have seen me there. And I always love that because to me it's just proof how connected our community is here in Greenville. But these days I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Communications for Greenville ISD, our local school district. And my favorite part of what I get to do each and every day is telling the incredible stories of our schools, telling the incredible stories of our students. But I've learned that oftentimes the best stories don't stop at when the school bell rings in the afternoon. In fact, they continue in places like this right here behind the blue door. Many of the very same students that I get the opportunity to witness their success, their drive, their motivations are the same kids that are finding safety, security, mentorship, and a place to belong every single afternoon. See, for many of you, just like myself, Greenville is also my home. I was raised here, I was educated here, and I got my first job here. Like a lot of young people, though, I moved away for a little bit, but this community has a heart that draws you back. And so here I am, serving in Greenville again today. I grew up in a household with 3 brothers, and if you can picture a home with 4 boys, it was quite chaotic. It was loud, and we kept our parents on our toes often. But what I'm proudest of today is that all 4 of us, all 3 of my brothers and myself are still here serving the Greenville community. We stayed because of how this town, this community, people poured into us, and I am who I am today because the Greenville community championed me when I was just a child. I can distinctly remember the mentors, the teachers, the volunteers who refused to let me fall through the cracks. People like Michelle Brown, Miss Alex from the YMCA, Mo Twilley, and Miss Susie. Their encouragement and investment have never once left me. And long before events like this existed, those individuals were my blue door. They were my safe place and proof that I had a future worth working for. I personally believe in the next generation because I was that kid. And I know firsthand what happens when a community wraps its arms around the youth. And by being here in this room on a Saturday afternoon, you are choosing to be the Michelles, the Miss Alexes, the Mo's, and the Miss Susies for a child who needs it today. You're helping plant seeds that will shade Greenville for generations to come. We have an incredible program lined up for you today, so let's get inspired. Let's open some doors, and let's make a lasting impact together. Thank you for your hearts, thank you for your generosity, and thank you so much for being who you are. And speaking of partnering together to lift up the community, it's now my absolute privilege to introduce our next guest. And so to officially get our program started, I'd like to invite Ms. Rebecca Ecker from the Hunt County Shared Ministries forward to offer our invitation.
Please bow your head. Dear God, just thank you for this day and for bringing all of us together and for everyone in this room who has chosen to invest in the lives of children. Thank you for the Boys and Girls Club and the difference that they make every single day, and for all the children who fill these halls with laughter and with so much potential. They are a gift, and we're grateful for each one of them. Lord, I pray you'll be with every child. Help them know that they are loved, that they have a great future, that they are full of possibilities, and give them the strength, the wisdom, and joy as they go through life. And for all those that care for our children, just let us be aware to see the children and to let each one of them feel loved. Thank you for all of us being here together. Amen.
Thank you, Rebecca. We're going to take a short break for each of you guys to continue enjoying your meal, so please take a look at the conversation cards that you can find on your table. Take a few minutes to visit with the people that are around you, meet new faces, know new names. Some of the best partnerships, we believe, begin with a simple conversation. You can enjoy your lunch. All right, well, I hope that you've met some new people, have a new fun fact about someone you already knew, or a good story to tell when you leave this place. And of course, we know that one of the greatest measures of our impact here at the Boys and Girls Club is the success of club alumni. And so today, we're honored to welcome club alum and Director of Events and Engagement to the stage, Holly.
Need one of these step stools. Can you hear me? As some of you may know, I grew up going to the Boys and Girls Club right down the road in Sulphur Springs, and so I'm honored to be here today to speak as a club alum and to recognize some of our youth of the years that will be here tonight. What started as a safe place for my sisters and I to go after school quickly became a place that I made friends. I had new opportunities that I wouldn't have otherwise had if it weren't for the Boys and Girls Club. And that's one reason why I chose to work for this organization and represent it every day. Our club actually had some retired dancers that came in and they taught dance classes. And that's something that was always of interest to my sisters and I, but not something that my parents could afford. But those were local volunteers who came in and contributed with what their skill set was, and that made a big difference for me, and like I said, my sisters as well. All 5 of them. We all went to the Boys and Girls Club. I think we all did the dance program, so just one example of local volunteers making a difference for local kids. And speaking of local kids, we have a few Youth of the Year finalists, as well as scholarship recipients that are here with us today. So if I can get y'all, each one of you that has the graduation cord, if you would please join me on this side of the stage. And then I'm also going to welcome our corporate board president, Ryan Lee, to the stage as well. So we're also going to ask our CEO, Ms. Jenny Kruger, as the kids come up and are recognized for their scholarship, they are going to shake hands with our board president, and then they're going to meet you over here for a photo at the Boys and Girls Club sign. So Ryan, if I can have you right over there. All right, and you will see some of these kids back up here to speak in just a few moments. So first we have Daniel Robinson from our Rockwall Club. He's our Rockwall Junior Youth of the Year for 2026. All right, next we have Toby Napier, who is our Greenville Junior Youth of the Year for 2026. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that those scholarships for our Youth of the Year finalists and winners are provided by Smith & Lee Injury Lawyers. Thank you for that. And then, of course, we have Avery Haddock here, who is our Commerce Sports League scholarship recipient, which is in conjunction with the City of Commerce. All right, congratulations to each one of you. Your club family is proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Well, congratulations, congratulations. We're grateful for the many community leaders who support the mission of the Boys and Girls Club, and we'd like to honor a few of them now. So at this time, we'd like to recognize any elected government official or school board member joining us today. If you're in the crowd, would you please stand and we give a round of applause for all of our elected officials this afternoon. Thank you for your dedication. We'd also like to thank our planning committee members. So if you're a part of the planning committee, if you'll please stand and be recognized. And of course, none of this would be possible without generosity. So we'd like to thank the sponsors who generously make today's event possible. Please join me in recognizing our presenting sponsor, Atmos Energy, who continually supports our local community while providing affordable and reliable natural gas service to both families and organizations. Round of applause for Atmos Energy. We'd also like to thank the program sponsors, which are American National Bank for workforce readiness, and Mr. Jerry Ransom for character and leadership. A round of applause for them, please. We're also grateful to have silver sponsors, Blackjack Disposal, as well as our bronze sponsors, Leadership Science Institute, Ms. Bonnie Jean Stewart, GEUS, and Smith & Lee Injury Lawyers. Round of applause, please. And last but not least are our much appreciated decor partners, Major Creations, Changes Interior Design, and the W. Walworth Harrison Public Library. Thank you each for your partnership and support. So now if you'll please join me in welcoming to the stage the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Texas CEO, Jenny Kruger.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon at the club. I hope that after having the opportunity to go see the showcases and interact with the kids and get to know a little bit more about the Blue Door experience, that you've noticed that this building is not just a recreation center. And the school sites that we have in Rockwall and Lone Oak are not just, just hanging out at the school for a little bit extra time after school. And the sports programs that we have in Commerce are not just any old sports programs. These are places where futures are shaped. Every afternoon after school, a lot of school holidays, on Saturdays, on game days in Commerce, and during the summer, kids are walking through our doors and they're carrying all different kinds of stories. Some are here because they need a safe place, and some are here because they're looking for friends, and some just need help with homework, or simply an adult that believes in them. Whatever brings them to a Boys and Girls Club, our goal is the same. We want to help every young person who walks through our doors become future ready. Woo! That's exciting, isn't it? We want to make sure that they're ready for graduation, that they're ready for college or a career, that they're ready to be leaders, that they're ready to give back to their communities, and that they're ready for life after high school. Those are the things that we are shaping and paying attention to and making a difference around every single day at the club. This year I do want to acknowledge we got to return to this Reecy Davis Center, this beautiful facility, and it's been incredibly meaningful to us. This building has served generations of families in Greenville, thanks to our partnership with the city of Greenville. And it's once again filled every day with laughter, learning, opportunity, and hope. And that partnership represents something much bigger than a shared space. It's what can happen when community decides that investing in young people is one of the best investments that it can make. So we appreciate the opportunity to be back in this facility, to host this event in this facility, and celebrate that partnership today. Thank you. Thank you, Brett. And the city of Greenville. So today's theme is before the cap and gown. Because when young people think about graduation, they picture the ceremony, the cap, the gown, the diploma. But graduation doesn't happen because of that one day. It happens because of thousands of little moments that come before that day. It happens because of safe places to be after school, someone helping them with their math homework, caring mentors, a first job, learning how to lead, being encouraged after failing, having someone say, "I believe in you." And those moments are what lead to the cap and gown. And that's exactly the moments that are happening every day at the club. None of this happens because of one person. It happens because all of the great people that we are celebrating in this room today. But I get the honor of queuing up the incredible team that we have at the Boys and Girls Club with our Boys and Girls Club staff. These are the people that show up every afternoon. They know every kid's name. They celebrate their successes. They walk beside the young people as they're going through their challenges. And they're quietly changing lives in ways that most people will never see. Today, we'd like to recognize a few of our extraordinary team members, and we're going to start with some staff milestone recognition. I want to thank the library for doing a beautiful job of 3D printing these Blue Door Awards, milestone awards for staff members. We have 2 staff members that we're recognizing today for 3 years of service to the Boys and Girls Club. Bria McFrazier and Brenda Hefner, can you please come up? So just a little something about, oh, Bria, stay here? Okay. A little brag on Bria. Not only has she been working for us for 3 years, that's every summer that she comes home from college to work for the club. She was a Youth of the Year, her senior year in high school for the Boys and Girls Club here in Greenville. She was scholarshiped. A large portion of her college is being paid by scholarships from this community and Boys and Girls Club supporters. And she was a club kid for many years before that. So I think she's a perfect person to help us announce and recognize our staff members of the year this year. Come on up, Bria.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bria, as Jenny introduced me. Just a little backstory of me. One of the biggest reasons why I love working at the Boys and Girls Club is because every day is different. You never know what kind of conversations you'll have with the kids and what you're going to say to them might impact them. It's rewarding knowing that the smallest interaction can make a difference in a child's day, let alone their life. And there's so many memories I have built with the kids over the years. They always keep me laughing with the random things that they say. And they do. They make every day fun, and those moments I cherish. The club has taught me patience, kindness, and the importance of showing up for others. And they inspire me just as much as I hope to inspire them. So that being said, I'd like to recognize this year's nominees for Staff Member of the Year, starting with Lisa Babb, Brenda Hefner, Holly Gumpert, Ashley Martinez, Kara McClory, Tina Rigdon, and Jessica Rios. And today we are actually going to award a full-time and part-time staff member of the year. As they come up, we'll get to walk down a memory lane with the top hit songs from the year they graduated. So we're going to start with Holly Gumpert, full-time staff. Congratulations, Holly. Alrighty. Next, we're going to do Tina Rigdon, part-time staff. Oh, where's your music? You go instrumental. Here you go, Tina. Congratulations. Next, we have Julie Spokes Owen, which is a volunteer. Is she here with us today?
It's my turn. It's my turn.
My mistake.
Thank you, Bria. Give a big hand for Bria. Great job, and congratulations to the 2 staff members of the year. You kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek of it, but volunteers can expand in an organization's impact in ways that we can never accomplish. And so to talk more about that and all things volunteer, we have Hunt County Advisory Council member, Miss Bonnie Jean Stewart, coming to the stage. And she's going to Macarena.
Thank you. May I ask fellow Hunt County Advisory Council member John Hayden, aka Library Model, to help with this presentation? He's going to get all the applause. So when I was asked to speak about the benefits of volunteering, I started to make a list. It's a good thing as a volunteer. Oh, better. Okay. So you know the usual things. You make a difference. You build relationships. You strengthen your community. Those are all true. But I think volunteering is a little like going to the gym. You think you're helping someone else, and somehow you're the one that leaves stronger. Don't miss your cue. This cap represents achievement, scholarships, diplomas, dreams fulfilled. People see the cap, but rarely see everything that happened before the cap and gown. That is where the Boys and Girls Club shines, behind the blue door. A child finds a safe place. A mentor notices potential. Someone learns they're enough. Someone discovers they belong. And the people holding the door open, you're the homework helper. You're the high five giver. The basketball rebounder. The reading buddy. The snack server. The listening ear. And sometimes you're simply the adult that showed up. Never underestimate the power of simply showing up. Because children don't always remember what you said, but they always remember how you made them feel. I'd like to share 5 unexpected benefits of volunteering. A heart. Volunteering stretches your heart in ways success never can. Next one. A mirror. It reminds us who we are when we're serving something bigger than ourselves. See why I got him on my payroll? A clock. People often say, I don't have time. Yet somehow the hours we give away becomes the ones we treasure most? A boomerang. Kindness has a funny way of coming back. Maybe not from the same person, but always in a way we never expected. And finally, a star. Every child deserves someone who sees the star inside them before the world does. Today we celebrate the people who do exactly that. People who quietly change lives. Who never ask for applause. Who don't volunteer because it's convenient. They volunteer because someone once invested in them. Or because they feel every child deserves someone to believe in them. That brings us to one very special person. Our volunteer of the year didn't just walk through the blue door. They held it open for countless others. It is our privilege to recognize someone whose servant heart reminds us that changing one life can change generations. People think volunteers carry the keys to open doors. I think it's the opposite. Kids already hold the key to incredible potential. Volunteers simply help them discover which lock it fits. So,
it's my turn. No. And our nominees are William Branch. Thank you. Alicia Connington. Julie Spokes-Owen. And Farrah Brabson. And the winner is John Hayden. Right? No. Julie Spokes-Owen. Congratulations! Everyone.
I guess we're off the stage now.
Sounds like next year I need to bring a bag of tricks and my own John Hayden. Of course, with volunteers and staff, on top of those, you may know strong organizations are built by strong leaders. So please welcome last year's Board Member of the Year, Dr. Daniel Hicks, to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here today to present the Board and Advisory Council Member of the Year Award. As last year's recipient, I spent some time reflecting on what this recognition meant to me and why I choose to serve. For me, it started long before I ever became a board member. I was a club kid. I know firsthand what the Boys and Girls Club provides because I experienced it myself. The club gave me opportunities I may not have had otherwise. A safe place to belong, caring adults who believed in me, and experiences that I otherwise would not have experienced, and they helped to shape the person that I became. Today, I spend my professional life developing others. One of the things that I do is I teach leadership, that it isn't a title or authority. It's about stewardship. It's about influence and using your influence and your skills and your resources to help make something better for others. And that's what I get to do serving on the board. As board and advisory council members, we may not be the ones who are running programs. We may not be working directly with kids every day, Instead, it's our responsibility to ensure that those who do have everything they need to be successful. We help set the vision, we strengthen the organization, we open doors in the community, we advocate for our mission, and we secure the resources that make life-changing opportunities available. We serve because we believe every person, every young person, deserves a chance to discover their potential, regardless of where they come from or the obstacles that they face. That's why I serve. It's my opportunity to give back to an organization that helped shape my own life and to help ensure today's kids have the same opportunities and dream bigger, grow stronger, and become the leaders our communities need tomorrow. Today's honorees exemplify that spirit of service through their leadership and commitment, generosity, and belief in our mission. They have made a lasting impact on our organization and the young people we serve. It's my privilege to present the Board and Advisory Council Member of the Year Award. Now I gotta find where I'm at on the sheet. All right, I'm supposed to say our nominees, right? Ryan Lee. Elizabeth Ramirez. Casey Smith. And Bonnie Jean Stewart. And our 2026 winner is Ryan Lee.
My graduation picture, that is joy right there. Well, as we've already heard a few times this afternoon, partnerships can create opportunities that change students' lives. So please help welcome the Hunt County Advisory President, Casey Smith, to talk with us a little bit about the value of community partnerships.
I also didn't know that having the library model was an option, so I'm feeling a little left out of here. I am glad to be the fill-in today for this as someone who works for a nonprofit in my day-to-day life. I know firsthand the importance of partnerships in the success of any organization. It'd be much harder for us to do the work that we do if we didn't have community partners. Could we figure it out? Probably so. But luckily, because we have such amazing community partners, we don't have to. So we have partners that show up to bring snacks. We have partners that show up for Popsicle Patrol. We have partners that provide mentorship. We have partners that provide opportunities for field trips, for activities, for learning. It makes what we do at the club so much richer that we have these partnerships in our community, and we couldn't do what we do to the level that we do. We couldn't reach as many kids. We couldn't pour into kids the way that we do without the amazing community partners that we have. I am excited to present our community partner nominees. Somehow I got the longest list, so let me be official here. So first we have the City of Commerce, First United Methodist Church of Rockwall, Greenville Noon Rotary Club, Hunt County Children's Advocacy Center, Hunt County Shared Ministries, aka FISH, Monster Ball with the Craig Bowers Foundation, Parkland Community Health Plan, Rockwall County Probation and Community Services, Smith & Lee Injury Lawyers, and W. Walworth Harrison Public Library. And our winner is, I always wanted to do this, the Greenville Noon Rotary Club. I think we have some, if you're in Greenville Noon Rotary, I know there's a couple of you here.
Some individuals have a legacy that continues long after their term of service. Please welcome our most recent inductee to the Emeritus Board, Miss Mandy Stewart.
Better? Okay. So I was born and raised here in Greenville, and if I'm being honest, I always just assumed that the Boys and Girls Club was a daycare and a place that kids just went to go after school while mom and dad were at work. And one year, my dear friend and longtime mentor and a longtime supporter of the Boys and Girls Club, the late Ron Wenzel, invited me to attend the Blue Star Gala, which is the big annual fundraiser of the club. And sitting in the audience that night is when I really learned what the club is about, what it does, and the impact that it has on every student that walks through that door. And you've seen some of that so far today, and if you aren't aware of everything that happens in the club, I just challenge you to take the time to get a tour, to reach out to one of the staff members, and to learn that it's so much more than just a daycare. It's really making a huge impact on the lives of the kids that walk through that door. And then I challenge you to take that information and share it with your community so that there's not people like me who thought it was nothing more than a daycare. So that's my challenge for you today. But now we're going to get on to what I'm really here for, which is recognition of some very important volunteers. So before presenting the next recognition, I'd like to take a moment to talk about what it means to be an Emeritus Board member. Board service is often measured in years, but its true value is measured in impact. Every successful nonprofit stands on the shoulders of people who were willing to invest not just their time, but also their wisdom, leadership, and heart. They make difficult decisions, navigate challenges, open doors in the community, advocate for the mission, and help ensure the organization remains strong for future generations. Emeritus status is one of the highest honors a board can bestow. It recognizes individuals whose dedicated service has left long-lasting mark on the organization. While they may no longer serve in the day-to-day operations and responsibilities of board governance, their experience, perspective, and commitment remain invaluable. They become trusted advisors, ambassadors, and champions of the mission, continuing to inspire those who follow in their footsteps. As we recognize our newest Emeritus Board member, we're celebrating more than years of service. Wyman Williams has been a dedicated supporter and advocate for youth, particularly in commerce, helping expand opportunities and support for young people and families in the community.
We're honoring legacy of leadership, generosity, and unwavering belief in the potential of every young person we serve. It is also my privilege to present Emeritus Board Member status to Rich Carter, who has faithfully served on our board for 25 years. That's a long time, y'all. Longer than a lot of y'all have been alive, I think. Helping guide and strengthen the organization through decades of growth and impact. Long-term leadership matters because meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of vision, consistency, and perseverance to build an organization that can truly transform lives. The opportunities our young people have today exist because of leaders before us who choose to invest in a future they might never personally see. Their example reminds all of us that while a board term may come to an end, a commitment to our mission truly never does. So Wyman and Rich, if y'all will come up and take a picture, and everyone give them a huge round of applause for years of service.
What a shame.
Thank you, Mandy, and congratulations to the two of you. Now, let's hear from two young leaders who represent the future of the Boys and Girls Club organization. Please welcome Junior Youths of the Year, Kobe and Daniel, from the Greenville and Rockwall clubs. Kobe and Daniel.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel.
And I'm Kobe. We've spent a lot of time at the Boys and Girls Club, and if there's one thing we've learned, it's that none of this happened by accident.
Every game we play, every homework assignment we get help with, every meal we eat, every mentor who encourages us, and every opportunity we have is possible because people in our community choose to care.
Some people ask, how can I help?
The answer is there are a lot of ways.
You can volunteer, spend an hour reading with younger kids, coaching a game, helping with a project, or sharing something you're good at. You might think it's just an hour, but to a kid, it can become a memory they'll never forget.
You can become a mentor. Every young person needs adults who believe in them, encourage them, and remind them they can do amazing things.
You can sponsor programs and events that help keep opportunities available for kids like us.
You can make a donation. Whether it's big or small, every gift helps provide safe places. Caring staff, fun activities, school supplies, meals, and experience that help us dream bigger.
And you can do something that's completely free.
You could be an advocate. Tell people about the Boys and Girls Club. Help share our story. Invite someone to visit. When you hear people talking about making our community stronger, remind them that investing in kids is one of the best places to start.
The truth is, when you support the Boys and Girls Club, you're not just helping us today, you're helping create future teachers, nurses, business owners, coaches, artists, first responders, parents, and leaders.
One day, we'll be the adults helping the next generation.
And that's because someone believed in us first.
Thank you for believing in kids like us, for believing in the Boys and Girls Club, and for helping build great futures. Thank you.
Y'all give it up one more time for Daniel from Rockwall and Kobe from Greenville. These young men have had a really cool year. They were recognized as Youth of the Year in their clubs because of the hard work that they do and the character and the leadership that they show. And they went through a competition process. They had very strenuous interviews from women like Natalie from Atmos, and they were chosen to represent their clubs at our gala earlier this year and spoke in front of 400 people for the first time ever. So, and then we're getting to recognize them again today. So Just super proud of them and the work that they're doing and the way that they're representing the club. Thank you for coming up here. All right. Let me find my spot. I lost it. Okay. So now you guys get to do something for me. Raise your hands for me, please, if there was someone in your life that invested in you before you graduated. That could have been a teacher, a coach, a grandparent, a neighbor, someone who believed in you before you believed in yourself. I think that's probably every one of us in this room, right? Every one of us sitting here today is here because someone invested in them before the cap and gown. Throughout today's program, we've recognized staff members, volunteers, board members, community partners, alumni, and young people. At first glance, those seem like very different recognitions, but they're really all celebrating the same thing. It's people who choose to invest in someone's future, and that's what this organization is all about. So as you leave today, I want everybody to pick up the little program on, this time I'm gonna make every one of you raise your hands. So I can be patient and stubborn. So pick that up, wave it in the air. Okay, on the back of that card is a place for you to write down if you are interested in becoming involved with the Boys and Girls Club. There are pins on your table. You can be a volunteer, you can be a mentor, you can be an advocate for the club, you can attend an event, you can volunteer to introduce someone else to the Boys and Girls Club, like Mandy's challenge today. Tell somebody else what you heard and what you're seeing about what's going on with the Boys and Girls Club. And you can also make a financial investment. So we're making the financial investment piece fun today. We're inviting you to give a gift based on your graduation year. Okay, so like I graduated in 1998. So I can give $19.98, or I can give $198.80, or if I'm just got a lottery ticket yesterday, I can give $1,998. But we're challenging you or encouraging you today to click the QR code and give in the month. Give in the amount of your graduation year, and to fill out your information if you are interested in getting more involved in the club and giving in other ways of your time. Whatever you choose to do, just make sure that it's something that's meaningful to you. It's simply a reminder that each of us arrived at graduation because someone invested in us long before we crossed the stage. And today you have the opportunity to become a person for another young person. I want to thank you all again for spending your time with us this afternoon. I want to thank you for everything that you do for the club and the kids, for believing in the potential of our club kids, and thank you for helping us create those thousands of little moments that lead up to graduation. That concludes our inaugural Behind the Blue Door event. Thank you all for being here.
This video has been brought to you by Juice. Juice is your community-owned provider for electric, internet, cable TV, and true local programming.